What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this episode of The Sharp Reality. Be sure to visit thesharpreality.com anytime to listen to all podcast episodes. You can also find them on my YouTube channel, my SoundCloud page, as well as iTunes. You can drop me your thoughts, your questions, your show ideas, your personal stories, or anything else on your mind under the contact tab of my website. Or the comment section of my YouTube episodes. You can also hit me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. If you want to support the show, all you got to do is bookmark the Amazon link in the sidebar of our homepage and do all your Amazon shopping through that link. And in doing so, you'll help keep us on the air while keeping your pockets fat because it will not cost you a dime. Today I'm going to give you guys 8 common types of sluts. 8 of the most common types of sluts that I have come across in my life. Now, contrary to popular belief, all sluts are not created equal. All right, sure, yes, they all have high notch counts, and they all post a bunch of pictures of their cleavage. They all do the typical things. All women are like that. We all know this, but each slut is sort of unique in terms of what drives them to fuck a bunch of guys. Now, since my red pill awakening, I have met, fucked, and observed many, many, many different kinds of sluts. So what I've done is I've come up with a list of the 8 most common breeds that I've come across. I will tell you guys how to recognize them and the bait required to fuck them. I'll call that slut bait. And chances are, hopefully after you listen to this particular episode, you'll realize that you've come across a few of these yourself, which of course increases your chance of fucking these chicks. So go ahead, let's go ahead and get to it. Number 1, the high sex drive slut. Now, all sluts love fucking a bunch of dudes, alright? But there are some women out there who seem to be in a perpetual state of ovulation. They need dick all the time. Their actions reflect their thoughts, because they seem to hook up with different dudes just about every day of the week. They're always fucking somebody. Now, how to recognize the high sex drive slut? It's not hard. This is the woman who will openly joke about sex. She'll broach the subject of sex first, during a pickup set. She'll make little effort to lower her voice, alright? High sex drive sluts also make themselves known by sort of occasionally flipping the script and approaching men at bars rather than the other way around. Like, they'll go out and hit on guys. They'll do this at bars, clubs, coffee shops, grocery stores, etc. This has happened to me quite a few times, and I rarely fail to convert. Like, if a woman hits on you, you are probably going to fuck her that night. Now, here's the slut bait for high sex drive sluts. Standard game is usually all that's required because, again, if she approaches you, she's ready to get on her knees after just a few minutes conversation. So, again, just standard game. Confidence, strong eye contact, a heavy dose of push and pull. You do all these things and you're getting laid. I mean, it's at that point she'll be ready to drop her panties if she's wearing any in no time flat if you just run standard game on the high sex drive slut. Number 2, the I still got it girl slut. Okay? We've all seen these. This particular breed, they have an insatiable desire to prove to herself and everyone around her that men still want to fuck her. It could be a recent breakup. It could be the lack of high-value men between her legs or her age. She will do anything and everything to increase her notch count in an attempt to validate her sexual allure to herself and others around him. So, like the high sex drive slut, it's very easy to recognize the still got it girl slut. These girls stick out like a nun in a brothel. Again, post-wall females, recent divorcees, single moms who have finally dropped the baby weight. These are all prime candidates for easy lays, easy fucks. Like the high sex drive slut, she will shamelessly flirt with you, and she'll make it obvious that so long as you stay conscious, you're going to fuck her. Like the still got it girl slut, the older woman, like she will make it very, very obvious that, hey, all you got to do is stay awake, and your dick is going to be in me. The slut bait. All you have to do with this particular breed of slut is make them feel attractive, and you're in there. And not in the beta way where you tell her how good she looks. Oh, you're so beautiful. No. Rather, show her you want to fuck her by, look, stare at her tits and let her catch you. Or tell her to do a 360 so you can see her ass. Or smack her ass. Like, tell her, look, do a 360 so I can see what your ass looks like. the still got it girl slut, they are dying to put themselves on a trophy case for you. Oh my god, this guy wants to fuck me. I love the fact that he's staring at my tits. I like that he's got this hungry eyes. I love the fact that he's looking at me like a piece of meat that he's been waiting to eat. They love this stuff. The still got it girl sluts, they need to feel desired. And if you're the guy who makes her feel that way, she'll be more than happy to sort of, quote, use you to show her girlfriends that she still got it. Number 3, the ugly duckling slut. Now, most of us know girls who were ugly or fat or both in high school before they became decent looking later in life. With those newfound looks comes newfound male attention, which is something that these girls are not used to. So, like a kid with a new toy, what she'll do is she will fuck countless men because being lusted after was something she thought she'd never experience, and now that she didn't know how to act. It's very easy to recognize the ugly duckling slut. It's not as easy as the high sex drive or the still got it girl slut, but they're still relatively easy. Look for the average to below average looking girl with an above average body who is unhealthily obsessed with working out and a Nazi about her diet. She'll make this obvious on social media. She'll be a decent looking girl. She'll be like a 5 or a 6 in the face, but she'll have a hot body and she'll always be posting pictures. Hey, gotta go to the gym today or gotta run 5 miles. This girl is never going back to being invisible to men if she has to run on the fucking treadmill until she pukes or starve herself for days on end. She's not going back to that. The slut bait that's required to fuck them is push-pull game. That's what works best with ugly duckling sluts. Their newfound sexual market value has a tendency to rapidly inflate their ego. So, by charming her, then negging her, then charming her again, that should steal the deal. But be careful not to neg her too hard, because if you neg her too hard too often, that will almost conjure up, the memories of the cruel jokes that she used to get from her classmates for being fat or ugly. And if that happens, she'll sort of what she'll do is she'll go back into that shell and she'll feel unattractive. And if a girl feels unattractive to you, she's not going to fuck you because she doesn't think you're attracted to her. A friend of mine down in Vegas a while back showed me pictures of what his girlfriend used to look like in high school, and guys, she was a fucking grenade. She was ugly as homemade sin. But I guess when she hit her 20s, she sort of grew out of her ugliness. I mean, even though she looks a lot better now, she was still barely a 6. But she had a great body. She was decent looking, but she was far from hot. Anyway, she had extremely low self-esteem, and because of that, she used to flirt with all of us in front of him. Like, she was the type of chick that needed a continuous stream of validation, regardless of who or where or what it came from. It's been a while since I've talked to him, and so I'm not sure if he's still with her or not. But understand that if you get into a relationship or hook up with an ugly duckling slut, she's going to be an attention whore like no other, and will probably cheat on you the minute she thinks your attraction to her is dwindling. So just be on the lookout for that. Number 4 is the quid pro quo slut. This is the you scratch my back, I scratch your slut. Sometimes I refer to these chicks as the barter slut, or the tit for tat slut. These chicks always seem to get hooked up with a lot of free shit and free services. Now, of course, they're not really getting this stuff for free. They're simply exchanging sexual favors for commodities and accommodations. So tattoos, mechanical work, home improvements, electronical shit, any brand of patronage that is carried out primarily by men are all abundant because she's paying with her pussy. I happen to know quite a few of these chicks. There are a lot of these chicks running around, and if you pay attention, you'll probably find that you do too. Now, how to recognize the quid pro quo slut. Most girls live way above their means, so the quid pro quo slut will be a little harder to spot than others because most girls live above their means. So you'll have to be proactive and ask her questions about her new tattoo, or where she got that brand new flat screen television, or anything else that she's recently acquired. If her explanation is, my friend, so-and-so works at so-and-so place and he hooked me up because blah, 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 when talking about her new trinkets, you've got yourself a soft prostitute. The slut bait here is to get her to give up her goods before giving up yours. Too many guys fall into this beta trap and end up as an orbiter or her bestest friend when they do favors for her before he fucks her. What you need to do is you need to flip the script and tease her with your hookup in exchange for the ass. So, for example, just joke about it in a way that gives you plausible deniability. So, for example, you'll say, yeah, I'll come over and change your spark plugs, but after you prove to me that you can drive a stick. That needs to be delivered with a smirk on your face so it leaves no doubt as to what's to be read between the lines. Now, here's the thing. She'll know exactly what you're getting at, but if she plays stupid, guess what? Play stupid right along with her and tell her you forgot to work on cars or forgot how to work on cars and change the subject. Whatever you do not give in. If she wasn't going to fuck you in the first place, there's no need getting your hands dirty or giving her free shit for nothing. You get the pussy before you give her favors. This is how the quid pro quo slut works every single time. There are no exceptions. Number 5, the homewrecker. This is the kind of girl who... There's no introduction for this girl. The label tells you all you need to know. These are the women who only sleep with married men or men in relationships because pre-selection, which is a standard tentative game, it works as sort of a built-in chick magnet. And don't listen. This is a target-rich environment, guys, because there are no shortage of men who are in committed relationships whose wives or girlfriends have gotten fat or have gotten bitchy or have let themselves go. Now, recognizing the homewrecker slut is very, very difficult, and the reason for this is because they are experts, like they are professionals at keeping their affairs private. So what you want to do is you want to pay attention to her stories about past relationships or hookups. Although they're not often forthright about the marital status of the guys they're fucking, at some point they all let it slip. I've talked about this in the past. It's called trickle truth. She's never going to come right out and say, I only sleep with married men or men with girlfriends, so a lot of times you'll have to smoke them out, which leads to the slut bait. The way to fuck the homewrecker slut, or to find out if she's a homewrecker slut, is to sort of casually mention something that you and your girlfriend or wife did this past weekend. Or, hey, how was your weekend? Oh, yeah, me and my girlfriend went to the beach. Or if she compliments you on your new shirt, or your new watch, or your new sunglasses, just say, yeah, thanks, my girlfriend got it for me. If she's a homewrecker slut, she will waste little time suggesting things like, we need to hang out more, or she'll start to flirt with you a little bit more. As soon as you see these signs and she has established that she is willing to fuck you or is giving you the indication that she's interested in a sexual relationship with you after she finds out that you are married or have a girlfriend, after that, fucking her will be like taking candy from a baby. And again, I'm not exaggerating. I've done this plenty of times. Number 6. The serial girlfriend. Anybody out there who has a Facebook page or an Instagram page, we've all seen the girl who is in and out of relationships every other week. One day she's in love, the next day all men suck, and then the day after that she's excited about her first date. The cycle repeats itself every Monday, seemingly. These particular sluts, they engage in bionic rationalization hamstring by sort of proclaiming that they're not sluts because every guy they have fucked was her boyfriend at the time they fucked her. But deep down, they know they're sluts whether the 7 guys they fucked last month were her boyfriends or not. And so does everyone else who congratulates her on social media for, quote, finding happiness. Like, everybody sees through this stuff. Recognizing the serial girlfriend slut is very easy. And social media will tell you all you need to know. That's what makes this easy. That's what makes this easy. If you hooked up with a girl over the weekend, just check her Facebook or Instagram page and look for multiple posts of her with a bunch of different dudes that have emojis that indicate love or relationship over a short period of time. Another dead giveaway is that she angles for commitment shortly after you two have fucked. So questions like, so where is this headed anyway? Or are we going to make this thing of ours official? Those are both typical conversation starter favorites of the serial girlfriend slut. She will also step up her domestic game by doing her laundry for you, cooking for you, or talking about how traditional she is. Now, the slut bait required to fuck these particular girls, there isn't a specific way to lure these girls because every woman on some level is looking for commitment of some sort. So standard game is really all you need. However, if you want to keep her in rotation on account of her hotness or her willingness to give you sex on command, run a little bit of calculated beta game. I talked about that a couple of episodes ago, and she should stay in your orbit for quite a while. I'll refer to a girl that I hooked up with when I first got to Las Vegas after moving west. I talked about her in episode 1, the wake up call, the girl Susie that I hooked up with at work. Basically we worked at a call center. We all went out and we all went to the club. We all got sloshed. We stumbled back to her place. I fucked her, and that, I guess, made me her boyfriend, or at least it was in her mind. Well, she always had a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend before she hooked up with me, and she had a boyfriend when she hooked up after me. And her friends would always tell me, yeah, Susie's got another boyfriend, or I don't, who's her flavor of the week. Susie was the quintessential perfect example of the serial girlfriend slut. So if you want to know more about that, go back to episode 1, Wake Up Call, and you'll find out more about what a girlfriend slut acts like. Number 7. The Mud Shark Slut. Okay? A couple episodes ago, I talked about mud sharks. I even talked about them in episode 5. Why do white girls date exclusively black men? And then, of course, episode 35, I talked about, I did an episode called Why Do Parents Discourage Their Teens from Dating Interracially? And then I did episode 35, part 2, which addressed some of the negative comments and the off-base reaction that I got. Look, we all know about mud shark sluts. It's very, very easy to recognize them. Look for white girls who only fuck black guys are very easy to recognize. She's got the big hoop earrings on. She talks with sort of a switch. She's got sort of a hip hop tone as her ringtone. You can just Google mud shark or girls who only sleep with black guys, and you'll see different verbal cues, facial cues. Like girls, like mud sharks also like to have the nose ring. That's a favorite. Or the lip ring. Not the lip ring, the stud, like in their upper lip. Like, they're very, very easy to recognize. Now, the slut bait required to fuck these girls is pretty much what it is. As easy as they are to recognize, based on my experience, it's even easier to fuck them. Just be black, be an above average shape, and have decent game, and you're going to fuck them. Now, granted, nothing is a gimme or a guarantee in today's sexual marketplace, but as long as you're not a fat beta, mud shark chicks, if you're a black dude, they're as close to a sure thing as it gets. That's just the truth. Number 8, the I'm one of the guy sluts. Okay? The long and the short of what these girls are about is that their circle of friends are mostly men. So whether it's watching the game, or they're out for drinks, or just hanging out at one of their pads, being one of the guys ensures these kinds of sluts constant male attention from the guys that she spends time with, which is why she likes being one of the guys. No girl is really one of the guys. She likes the fact that every guy in the group wants to fuck her, and she gets off on that. That's just typical female behavior. Recognizing them is very easy. All you have to do is listen for the verbal cues, all right? This type of slut, they take tremendous pride in proclaiming that they're one of the boys, and they'll yammer on about it to anyone who will listen. So pay attention to what her hobbies are. If she mentions watching sports, or playing video games, or playing beer pong with the fellas at the local casino or bar, again, you've got an I'm one of the guy sluts. Now, the slut bait required to fuck them, it's very difficult because of the constant attention she's getting from the other guys in the group. So rather than being a tryhard like everyone else, just kind of let your red pill tendencies do the talking, and eventually she'll gravitate your way as a matter of female nature. Another suggestion is to introduce another girl into the group. Not only does this create competition between the two girls, which means they'll shamelessly flirt and fuck guys, but it also tips the girl-to-guy ratio in your favor. A really good friend of mine back east did this quite a bit. Anytime there was a girl who sort of integrated herself into the group and wanted to be one of the guys, as soon as he saw that she was being an attention whore, he introduced another woman into the group, and it proved to be beneficial to more than a few guys in his crew. To wrap this thing up, guys, it's still important to understand that you have to run solid game to sleep with any of these types of girls. Okay, now the degree to which you run it The degree to which you have to run it varies from slut to slut, but regardless of how easy they are to fuck, most of today's attractive and below attractive females, they don't just drop their panties for anybody. You can't just walk up and say, hello, I want to fuck you, and they fuck you. Most women have a little bit of every one of these sluts in them at some point or another. Age, financial status, children or lack thereof. Those are a few mitigating factors that determine which slut they want to channel at any given time. Regardless of whatever the case may be, use these chicks for fun only and not commitment. More often than not, whichever brand of slut they channel serves their interests the most at the time, that's the one they'll end up channeling. A big part of red pill awareness on the hookup scene is recognizing the type of girl you're dealing with. If you use your Y chromosome, use your male instinct, and just pay a little more attention to the girls you're dealing with, you'll find yourself quickly diagnosing what kind of a slut she is, and ultimately that's going to lead to more lays because you know the kind of girl you're dealing with. That does it for this edition of TSR. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. Subscribe to my YouTube channel by doing a quick search for Donovan Sharp. And of course, you can visit thesharpreality.com anytime for additional content. Till next time, thanks for listening.